Hello and welcome to episode 28 of ChatGPT Write Short Stories, a series where I enter something into ChatGPT and it spits out a short story for me to read out loud to you. Let's get started. Today's story: a circus performer with extraordinary abilities. The extraordinary performer. Under the grand striped tent, the circus buzzed with anticipation. The scent of popcorn mingled with the earthly aroma of sawdust, and the sound of excited chatter filled the air. Tonight the crowd had come to see the circus' most famous act, the extraordinary performer known as Seraphina. Seraphina was no ordinary circus performer. From a young age, she had exhibited abilities that baffled and amazed those around her. She could walk on air as if it was solid ground, her feet barely grazing the invisible surface beneath her. She could manipulate the elements, summoning gusts of wind with a flick of her wrist, or creating cascading waves of water with a mere thought. But it wasn't just her powers that captivated audience. It was the way she performed, with a grace and a poise that left everyone breathless. As the ringmaster announced her entrance, the crowd fell silent, all eyes on the center ring. The lights dimmed, and a single spotlight illuminated the performer as she glided into the arena. Seraphina wore a glowing gown of silver and blue, which shimmered like the night sky. Her dark hair cascaded down her back. Her eyes sparkled with a mysterious energy. With a gentle wave of her hand, Seraphina began her act. She floated effortlessly into the air, her gown billowing around her as she ascended higher and higher. The crowd gasped in awe as she spun and twirled, her movements defying gravity. As she danced through the air, the lights changed color, painting the sky in hues of pink, purple, and gold. Suddenly, Seraphina paused, her eyes narrowing as she focused her energy. She raised her hands, and from her fingertips streams of water emerged, spiraling through the air like ribbons. The water twisted and turned, forming intricate shapes and patterns that seemed to dance along with her. The crowd watched in amazement as she created a waterfall in mid-air, the water cascading down in a mesmerizing display. But Seraphina wasn't finished. With the flick of her wrist, the water transformed into flames, swirling around her in a fiery vortex. The flames danced and flickered, but they never touched her. She controlled them with ease, shaping them into dragons, birds, and other fantastical creatures that soared through the air. The crowd erupted into applause, their cheers echoing through the tent. As her performance came to a close, Seraphina gently floated back down to the ground. The flames vanished, and the water dissipated into mist, leaving the air cool and fresh. She took a bow, her eyes glistening with the tears of gratitude. The audience rose to their feet, their applause thunderous. For a moment, Seraphina stood still, soaking in the admiration of the crowd. But as the ringmaster approached to congratulate her, she quietly slipped away, disappearing into the shadows. Seraphina knew that her extraordinary abilities set her apart, but they also made her a mystery, even to herself. She had always felt like she belonged to the world, yet apart from it. And so, as the circus continued without her, Seraphina walked out into the night, the stars above reflecting in her eyes. She knew that her journey was far from over, and that there were still many wonders in the world left for her to discover. As she disappeared into the darkness, the only thing that remained was the memory of her extraordinary performance, a moment of magic that would be remembered forever. That would be something to see, honestly, if there was a circus performer that could do what Seraphina did, that would be selling out everywhere they went. That's a pretty cool thing. A pretty cool story, actually. I did enjoy that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks for listening. Bye.